Why do I not trust climate activists? Let's get into it on the Derek O'Shea Show. Welcome to the Derek O'Shea Show, where we discuss culture, news, politics, and more. Sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy the show. Be sure to tell your friends and family about the revolution. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Derek O'Shea Show. I'm back. I'm feeling better. I'm revved up and ready to go, people. I hope you guys are having a freaking fantastic day. If you want to support me, you go to buymeacoffee.com/Derek O'Shea Show. Link in bio. I'd greatly appreciate it. We're going to have exclusive content for these members only soon. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Joe Biden is at the UN Climate Change Conference, COP26. And Biden says the United States is not only back at the table, but hopefully... Oh, my God. Siri is always listening. I heard you talking about those activists, all right? And I'm going to be listening to you. But why do I not trust climate change activists? Let's just listen to a little clip of Joe Biden talking at the beginning.
2005 levels by 2030.
Sounds like
we'll demonstrate to the world the United States is not only back at the table, but hopefully leading by the power of our example.
Come on, man.
I know it hasn't been the case, and that's why my administration is working overtime to show that our climate commitment is action, not words.
Exactly, because we're all about action, not words. That's why we're at this conference. There's nothing like a group of people getting together and having a little conference. It's like, I can't stand conferences. I don't know if you've ever been to one, but I just feel like they're just a waste of time and a waste of money and could easily be sent out in an email. But it's just a time to rev up your base. Get everyone excited about the mission together. We're all about global change together. It's just like those political conferences. Let's get everyone together and just rev each other up about our political base. But of course, who's also on the outskirts of the climate change agenda and in Glasgow, right there in Glasgow. I don't remember. They're up in Scotland somewhere. But here's Greta Thunberg, Big Thunies, coming in hot, dropping some knowledge bombs.
We say no more blah, blah, blah. No more exploitation of people and nature and the planet. No more exploitation. No more blah, blah, blah.
Gripping.
No more whatever the fuck they're doing inside there.
Whoa, watch your mouth, young lady. Watch your gosh darn mouth.
We're sick and tired of it, and we're going to make the change, whether they like it or not.
Yeah.
That's right, because we're political activists, not terrorists. We're going to make the change whether they like it or not. We're going to force it down their throats. But this is why I don't trust any political activists whatsoever. It's for things like this. You're having a global conference of people flying in, getting together from everywhere. Jeff Bezos' $65 million Gulfstream leads a parade of 400 private jets to COP26, including scores of royals, greens, and CEOs daily. And here's a little picture of all the planes coming from all over the place. Political activists have a tendency to tell you how you should live and how you should travel and get around and where you should buy property and why you should be so scared. Why, all these political activists, they all have their beachfront properties at the same time. They're saying, where your house is, you're going to be underwater soon and you need to freak out and lose your minds about it. You should give all your tax dollars to the government because the government will be able to make things better. So listen to them. They know what's good for you. Listen. It's a good thing. Again, I'm going to say this one more time. Jeff Bezos and his Gulfstream, because he's all about climate change. These people aren't about climate change. They're about their political base being revved up and ready to go and having a boogie, having a ghost, having an scapegoat, something they can yell at together. And especially the fact that conservatives see this as phony baloney. They love that even more because then it gets their base revved up and ready to fight against these people who are climate deniers. As you just saw, Twitter is going to do a better job at taking out misinformation for climate change. I wonder if they would even consider this misinformation, saying that a bunch of corporate execs and political people, 400 private jets. Again, private jets. They can take any form of transportation. They can take Delta. They can take American Airlines. But no, I need to be on my private jet and fly out and tell the little people like myself how you should live. I want you to pay more for gas, even though you can't afford an electric vehicle. I want everyone to be driving electric vehicles because, as Joe Biden says, America's back to the table. And I want everyone to be on solar and wind. Let's imagine if we were all on solar and wind and we all had electric vehicles and then we went in to plug those electric vehicles at night, all at the same time. Would we be able to survive? No. So, also, the thing climate change people and green energy people just don't care about is what happens to the electronics after they go bad. As you've seen, I don't know if you've ever looked up that New York Times article about where there are just heaps and piles of old computers and stuff like that being thrown out there, and their metals are just seeping into the water supply. No one talks about that. No one talks about what happens when the batteries go bad. We're just going to keep creating batteries. This is all just an emotional push, an emotional ploy to get you revved up and fired up and keep them in power. Change my mind. I'm just seriously, how is this not? You have all these corporate execs and powerful people telling you that, climate change is real and that we're all going to be underwater soon, but at the same time, they all have their beachfront properties around the world. And at the same time, they're also flying their private jets everywhere. When you and I both know logically that makes no sense. And they have their little, these huge corporate gatherings with their climate change people all getting together, huge event, lots of electricity being used, air conditioning or heat, I'm sure, feeding all these people, having to house all these people. Nothing about this makes sense. But that's what the political class and the elites are all about. It's about showing power, pretending they care, and really it's about getting together and finding ways to stay in power together and produce a message that is emotionally strong enough to get people to continue to vote for them to stay in power. Am I wrong in this at all? Please let me know if I'm wrong, because when I hate corporate conference gatherings like this, and not only that, coming up this morning and reading that, I don't understand how you can be a climate activist and then read about how 400 private jets were flown to this conference and go, they're doing a world of difference. That's why Greta Thunberg's message is blah, blah, blah at the moment, but I also think she is being used to fit their agenda as well. Climate activists don't actually want to solve anything. They just want to create more hoopla and get people revved up. And I changed my mind. I just don't, because the real solutions to some of these problems are never talked about. And then the real issue, like you can't say anything, it's a religion. You can't say anything negative about solar panels. You can't say anything negative about battery power. And you can't say anything negative about anyone in climate change. And if you say anything positive like nuclear energy or something like that, you're immediately shunned down. What are we? Fukushima? What are we, Chernobyl? What is this? The 1980s? Solutions that are put forth aren't for real solutions. And it just causes everyone to fight amongst each other as opposed to, hey, are you really for this? Okay, I can be in favor of, making the earth cleaner. I'm for that. But can we also talk about how if everyone drove electric vehicles and we all needed those batteries, what are we going to do with those batteries when they go bad? What are we going to do with the solar panels when they go bad? Solar panels don't have a long life. No, don't say that. That's misinformation. That's dangerous. Let me know your thoughts on this. I'm always curious of all these people in elite power telling other people how to live, and the solutions that are put forth aren't true solutions. And the fact that you're not allowed to speak ill or negatively about some of these solutions being put forth should be an indication to anyone, you and me alike, that is a problem. Because if we can't have a conversation, it's just like the COVID thing. If you can't have a if the truth being proposed and put out forth is not allowed to be critiqued or spoken ill of, or real science to be done, then is it truly something that's going to fix the system or be a solution to the average everyday person? And I'm going to say no, because everything should be discussed and talked about. Let me know your thoughts on this. I'm curious. Hope you guys have a freaking fantastic rest of your day. I have another video coming out. I love you. It's been a long week off. I hope you have a fantastic day. As always, I'll catch you on the next episode of the Derek O'Shea Show.